Hello and welcome to Radiant Rising. This is your channel to really bloom your radiance, your power, and your magnetics to attract the life that you love. I'm Slara Ray, and I'm a medical intuitive, women's empowerment coach, also working on metaphysical levels to expand your horizons. So today we have a very special topic, and this is the radiant heart, tending the sacred flame. So I'm going to introduce this briefly and let you know how to drop in a little deeper, and then we're going to go into a deeper explanation and some teaching and a beautiful meditation. So this is going to be power packed, so stay tuned. So for really starting to understand what the radiant heart is, the summary is this is a secret chamber in your heart energetically, but it's also very connected to your emotional heart that you're feeling. And so the heart flame is actually connected to your higher self, your oversoul. So there's a large kind of metaphysical connection going on here. It's beyond the heart chakra. It's actually a larger template, and it is your soul. The gorgeousness of the full unlimited power of your soul comes through the heart flame. It's one of the intersection connection points that if you're wanting to go to the next level of expansion for healing, receiving love, magnetically attracting, and also just being able to transmute and live above a lot of the emotional inconsistency that many of us have. And so the ascended heart is this beautiful, powerful, light-filled neutrality, but it's also very uplifting. That's my experience with the ascended heart. And so if you want to go deeper on any of the material that we're talking about today, this is a beautiful ceremony where you're going to get to clear the density. Are you holding on to heartache, loss, trauma, breakup, emotional wobbles, the things that are just keeping you out of your joy, your power, and your just magnetics as a radiant, beautiful being? And we're going to go into the heart flame, tending the sacred flame, sacred practice. We're going to have a really powerful healing and transmission. So I'm working with these ascended templates. We're also going to work with Goddess Isis. You are in the area of Santa Barbara on the 23rd from 6 to 8:30. We are going to be doing it live. And this workshop, both of them are for women right now. So let's go ahead and drop in, because I know many of you are like, still don't quite know what this is. So let's just take a breath together to harmonize the field. And let's just breathe out. Let's call on our heart now. Just really calling the heart forward to say, yes, I want you. Yes, I'm worthy of more love. Yes, I'm ready to step into the next level of attraction, because the heart and the heart field is your attraction magnetic of your empowerment and your embodiment of your radiant, just magnificence, right? Your heart is really leading relationships, connections, internal connection to self. And so this is where we really want to start today. So taking a breath in to honor the heart. Honor, what are you feeling right now? What is going on for you right now? And to just allow yourself to feel that and to bring it to the table. All of you is welcome here. And so let's go a little bit deeper on what the radiant heart is and what the radiant flame technique can do for you. And then we're going to go ahead and do a practice. So in this first part, let's go a little deeper on the radiant flame. So there are 4 primary flames in the tradition of radiance that I teach at Radiance Academy and that has been downloaded to me. There's other systems out there that utilize different vital flames. This is something that has come to me through 25 years of being a professional medium, medical intuitive, and teaching. And so I'll just run through all 4 since I mentioned them, but we're going to focus on the heart flame today. There's the source flame. That's a totality. It's a unity flame. It's either the unity or the source flame. It's all things. It tends to be rainbow. And then there's, of course, the heart flame that we're going to go into. I'll go deeper in just a moment. There's also the womb flame or the creation flame. It's different than the Dantian. The womb flame is something that women have because they have a womb. Men have a Dantian spark, and men can have, if they're really cultivating, their feminine side, they can have it's like a certain version of the womb. So I just want to note that. But since this video and the workshop is tuned towards women, we're going to just mention the womb flame is your transmuter of just depth level density. This is your kind of base connection to self, to your power, to your energy. And a lot of this is connected to your life history and your ancestry. So there's a lot of transmutation there. And then the last one is the visionary flame, the third eye flame that's connected to your pineal gland. That's all about you connecting and clearing all these different versions of yourself and creating coherency. And so we'll drop in a little deeper on the heart flame. So for the heart flame, this is the quintessential doorbell to the radiant magnetic heart of your soul and of your being. So you're getting to really work on a soul level with your heart. And when you work on a soul level, you're going big. When you go big, you have access to more power, more vision, more radiance. And the goal with the heart flame is that you're moving out of the places in your kind of mind-body connection where you get stuck, and you're creating more heart-mind, heart-body coherency. And so while this conversation is metaphysical and energetic in nature, we're also harmonizing the somatic body, because the heart is actually responsible for pumping, the blood all throughout the body, and the energetics of the heart will also help your physical body. And this is really powerful for your mood and for your stress levels. And so when you're feeling into this, you're actually able to access a level of this higher octave and all-knowing. It's like the all-knowing heart comes online, and there is an intelligence that you're able to tap into through visualizing the heart flame, through being part of the conceptual understanding, because this is a framework that your soul on one level likely knows. And your conscious mind, this might be new. I haven't heard of the heart flame. That sometimes they call it the divine spark. It's also referred to sometimes as the immortal flame. And so just feeling into right now and just breathing into your heart and dropping in a little bit deeper to kind of feel into where is the tightness, where is the density, and starting to visualize that you have this beautiful template, like a blueprint around. It's pretty big in my experience energetically. It's obviously deep internal, but it feels like it radiates out as well. And so this is the pathway for you to really come into the listening. There's a lot of deep listening at the wisdom coming through your heart that you probably have felt at other times. But this is like a straight shot into the wisdom heart, into the heart's intelligence, and into the soul's intelligence. And I've received transmissions of this that I will be sharing both online and in person. So there is an added benefit to doing this with me. And so let's go into the benefits in general. So the benefits in general are really clearing like this apathy, the dread, this sort of heaviness that you might be feeling, pain, heartache, loss, trauma, the weight that's on your heart that you may or may not even know. Some of us carry weight for years and we've gotten used to it. It's kind of like, just wearing a really heavy pair of pants. Sooner or later, you just get used to wearing that item of clothing. And so this anchor of totality is also really beautiful to come to like a higher octave too of unconditional love. We're going to be working with Lady Isis in both the online and in person, and your higher self. The heart intelligence is a tool. Once you start to work with the heart flame, you can start to really conceptualize when you're having anxiety, when you're having depression, when you're having, insecurity. You can come into this pathway and really start to see the flame, work with the flame. You're going to be introduced to it as a technique, as a certain frequency. And it's going to liberate your heart. This is what we want for you, is a liberated heart into your highest octave of self. And just breathing into, this pathway and allowing yourself to be in this pathway of magnificence with yourself, because the wisdom that your heart has is legendary. It's beyond just a feeling state or simple guidance. There are worlds of wisdom and tiers of absolute answers to every single prayer that you've had, every single problem. You can find this as you start to really drop into the wisdom of the ancient self and the wisdom of the oversoul. So let's talk a little bit about what the oversoul is. So this is the grand totality view. And you've obviously heard the word soul. I use the word oversoul because I feel like it's a little bit distinctive. And the distinction is that your soul is ancient. You've been at the beginning and ending of time. There's a totality experience with your soul because you are source. You are the power magnetic of the universe because you came from source and you split off to individuate yourself, to bring forward a vision, to bring forward a message, to bring forward your work. And as you're doing this, as you're healing yourself from challenges, pains, breakup, loss, all of these things that the heart, disappointments, and you came here, we came here to bring our best, to bring our mastery, bring the ascension power of our soul. And so this is how you can connect to that on a very emotional and energetic level. And I want to talk just a little bit before we go into the practice about Lady Isis and some of kind of the high frequency codes. So my particular soul array of the mission that I took on, I have been receiving codes during different ceremonies, different activations. I've had multiple near-death experiences. So I'm a bit of a library. And so I'm able to bring forth frequencies, templates from universal libraries in the Akashic and from my own conceptual understanding. And I can also, as a medium, I can also see the codes coming in for the individual participants. And within this context, if you're familiar with Goddess Isis, the Egyptian goddess, she's someone I've worked closely with. And she is here to assist us. And this is in conjunction with your higher self, because it's not about going outside of ourselves. But she has a particular connection also to the template of the rose, and that the heart is very well tuned in with the rose. So there is this divine love template that we're going to be working with as just this holy trinity truth of who we are as a soul, and how that this can really best serve us to be in a higher octave of love. And so let's go ahead and drop in. I want to give you a healing experience, a blessed connection to this, and to kind of get your feet wet and just start to feel the frequencies. So make sure that you are in a comfortable place. You can lie down. That could be really beautiful. Don't be driving or distracted. Close out, technology, maybe close the door. Allow yourself some sacred space. So taking this moment to really allow yourself to have a retreat, a rest, and lie down, relax, minimize distractions, maybe shut the door, kind of turn off other technology, and allow yourself to really drop in to your heart and taking this moment now and calling in, as we co-create this together, your higher self, your highest octave of guidance, awareness, and self. And I'm calling in my highest guidance and awareness of self. And we're also going to presence anyone that is listening to this as time and space are in totality, oneness. So allowing now a field of light to wrap around you, and feel into your aura, having a globe of radiant light around you, and really noticing that there's a column of light coming down from the source of all that is, and it's coming all the way down through your crown, the center of your head, lighting a diamond, small flame there, radiance. And noticing a column of lights coming down, and there is a beautiful sacred geometry of gold around your chest and your heart. And feeling this as the column really drops down to the third chakra and the womb flame dropping all the way down through the width of your hips into the core of the earth, and feel yourself take a breath into your heart and allow yourself to make a noticeable shift. I'm choosing to shift into the higher octave of myself, calling your higher self, and allowing now yourself to visualize a radiant rose around your heart, and taking this time to really feel into softening your heart, opening your heart, allowing your heart, and feeling a ray from your higher self coming down behind and through you, going into the interior of your heart. And you're going to notice that there's a doorway as you visualize. And you can visualize on a clock, all the numbers on the clock, and you can ask, which doorway do I need to go through right now to feel or introduce myself to my heart flame? And see this series of doorways. There's a beautiful hearth, and there's a central sacred flame. And just allowing yourself to make a prayer for your heart, for your life, holding an intention now to bring forward safety, peace, truth. What is your intention as you go forward? Breathing and dropping in, breathing and dropping in, breathing and dropping in. And just allowing yourself to soften yet again and seeing your higher self with you. And noticing that you're already in a flame that is like an egg around you. And letting it transmute. Just clearing your field. Let's just take a breath throughout the whole field and ask your higher self to clear your field and align. And now notice that you're walking forward. What does the door look like? And gently moving through and noticing you're in a chamber. And if you're not sure or there's shadow, just moving forward. Cleanse and clear and aligning and ask to be shown where you need to go. And maybe you need to transmute something right away. And maybe you are just experiencing this in your body, but visualize and feel yourself coming forward to a flame that's made of rose light. Made of rose light. And blessing yourself with it. Breathing in. And feeling now and asking your higher self, your oversoul, to ignite this. In this exact moment, what do you need to assist yourself? And just deeply allowing, aligning, blessing, and softening and receiving the light deep into your heart, deep into your being. I'm going to bring forth the transmission. Sho samakana shititi wa mahakaniti nai o masanahi wa sheneti kawa shona sala o kanati tamasana titi matala sana tiki nihimai. Jojo na se mai halapu na kiniki no ho maya. Tene nini oso no kodiji maso. Chinti nano oso na ki. Sa huma ho na hiki na hama ho. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. And just allowing your brain, heart coherence, harmonizing your body, breathing in, relaxing, allowing, relaxing and allowing. I'm going to turn up the frequency for just a minute before we close. Just letting go and visualizing the light, the healing, the blessing, the awareness of self. And holding, blessing, and aligning, holding, blessing, and aligning, holding, blessing, and aligning. The truth of the one, the truth of the power, the truth of the soul. And just allowing yourself now in the radiant power of the one, coming forward. In the benevolence. And breathing in now and receiving any last from this space. I'm starting to walk back through the clock, back to the door, and back into anywhere you might have traveled, back into your body. And taking a moment to breathe in to your heart, to your body. You might feel this throughout your body. You might feel warmer. You might feel buzzing. You might have gone somewhere and had visions or information. And before we close, let's just take a minute to listen to the heart flame. Just call forth the intelligence. And surrender and just let it come. Don't worry about hearing it, just allow it. And just relaxing into yourself and into this moment and sending beauty to you, beauty to the heart, beauty to the now, and cheering you on to create the most magnetic and amazing life. Please consider if you'd like more coming online or in person in Santa Barbara. I'm here for you. I'm blessing you. I'm cheering you on in your corner to have the most radiant life, to be back in your creatorship, manifesting and creating through your full being and full energy. That's what I want for you. Sending you love from my heart to yours. And talk soon. Thank you.